everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to Madden 18 on EA Sports. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Today we have an exciting matchup between two teams looking to perform on a big stage. It's the Chargers going up against the Cowboys.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with Phillip Rivers and the now Los Angeles Chargers. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Shift together here from the D-line. On 1st and 10, Rivers throwing the out route incomplete. It's Green. And he's able to get up here to the 26. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. From the gun, Rivers. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Following the interception, here's Prescott. And he's going to get this one down right to the edge of the red zone of the chalk of the 20. A good pickup there, a 22.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, it was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
So they're operating in the red zone. Now Elliott. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. He was looking to get it to Allen Hurns that time. And that'll make it 3rd down.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Prescott on 3rd and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Allen Hurns, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Chargers offense now back out onto the field. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs. So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. On 2nd down, it's Bell. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Rivers. Flushed out right, and he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the 1st down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
And this will be taken at the 13. And he is going to be knocked flat on his back. Oh, a big hit. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Elliott. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
And the offense behind the chains here a touch on 2nd and 11. Prescott. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And they'll get it all the way out near midfield to the 45. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. First down, Prescott. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Joey Bosa, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. A second down throw for Prescott. Trying to find his tight end, Kelsey, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. Whoosh. And now running right through it. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Charles, that makes now 5 interceptions and not even 5 quarters. Remember, he threw 4 picks last week.
And this turns into a tough situation because a lot of fans, the first thing is, oh, well, we need to change quarterbacks. This is your guy. This is your elite player. You can't just take him out like that. If I'm the coach, I make a little joke and say, you know, some big guy, we're going to change the football. So it's obvious that's the problem. It's not you. Keep firing.
And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. 25 yards to pick up there, and also a first down.
It's funny, partner. Le'Veon Bell, when he came out of Michigan State, when I go back and look at my analysis of him and what my grades were for him, thought he was a big-time player, great potential, but I didn't know we were going to get this player. I was used to a big, solid, thick running back, but now I've got a full package, a guy who can do everything, as we just saw there, including breaking tackles.
But at the time, second-round pick in 2013, some people probably wishing they'd taken him in the first. Now a handoff. Running left is Bell. Spins by. Now Bell hit. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. Oftentimes you say some guys have a knack for creating turnovers. He forced a fumble last week. Forces another one.
And one of my good coaching buddies, Frank Delano, always told me, hey, Davis, creating turnovers is not as much about skill as it is about desire.
Oh, I thought it was going to be will, because will rhyme with skill.
Come on,
But desire. We'll go with desire.
What are you, the rhyme master now?
They'll start the drive with Elliott. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
And they still need 8 yards for the first here on second down. Again, it's Elliott. Elliott a first down and more. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. They go play action here on first down. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. And a nice gain of 21 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Prescott looks to throw on first. Looking left sideline, incomplete. He was looking again for Kelce there on that play, and now it's second down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10. Now Prescott uses the stiff arm. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
They got to get to the 23 here on third. Prescott yet again. Looking for Hearns, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jatavis Brown. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Charger TD. Short throw pick six right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Well, that play was doomed right from the start.
He just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
Prescott now on second down. Over the middle, the connection to Hearns. And he's brought down after a good gain. He got 29 yards that time. Prescott now from the 50. And his throw here's incomplete. Cole Beasley, the intended target. And it's second down.
There's so much precision in an offense, especially when you're throwing the ball. And in an out route, plenty of it. How about the quarterback hitting his back foot, ball's out of his hands, receiver making his break, making his cut. He's got to time up perfectly. Not always easy to do.
Just let him a little too much.
Yeah, I remember back in the good old days, I was talking to a quarterback, and he said everything they did was on the count system. So when he took a snap, he counted in his head for certain routes, different time.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Well, they tried to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice...
And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. So it's 3rd and long for the Chargers and Rivers after the sack. Now Rivers. Caught on the left side by Benjamin. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for 4th. Rivers to throw for it on 4th. And Allen's got it. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chargers have taken the lead. Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, okay, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. A good pickup there on first as the screen pass gets them 8.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. And unable to connect on the long pass. It falls down incomplete.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. He's got the connection to Cole Beasley. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A Dallas first down. Prescott hooking up with Beasley. First down throw for Prescott. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Prescott on first down. And that is incomplete here.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Hearns the man in motion left. On second down, Prescott again. Caught left side, Williams. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. From the red zone now, Prescott eluding the pressure right. Over the middle, the catch made by Mitchell. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. A gain of 6 there on first. Two minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout. 2nd down and 4. To the air again, Prescott. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
I'm trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there. And again, it's Prescott. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. That's on the Pro Bowl guard from Notre Dame, Zach Martin. An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down. In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. Third and long for Prescott. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Casey Hayward. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments.
And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Randy Gregory in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Out of the pistol, it's Bell. And some room to maneuver. Got some room at the 30. Oh, now he bowls him over. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle, or if you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to rumble.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he fires one incomplete. Tyrell Williams was the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Throwing again. Rivers on 2nd and 10. This is Bell on the dump off. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the...
And nowhere to get away. Rivers is dropped. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. And that is going to be incomplete. The fourth down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And Brate, the tight end's got it. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Second down now after the pass completion. And the big tight end shifting around. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. The tight end, Kelsey, has it over the middle. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Prescott looks to throw on first. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. He was looking for Terrence Williams that time. And that'll bring up second down. Prescott yet again. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 11. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So we've hit halftime on Turkey Day here in Dallas. As we send you over to our headquarters in Orlando, where we check in with Larry Ridley for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. And now a first down following that long gain. Now Prescott. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Corey Legion in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. On second down, Elliott. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Prescott now. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Adrian Phillips. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away. Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. Out to the flat, that's complete to his running back. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Rivers to throw it. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down. Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it. A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that that fell harmlessly to the ground. On 3rd down, Rivers. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. But no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field. Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. This is caught at the 20. It's a big play for the Cowboys on 3rd. 59 yards. There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory. A first down carry by Elliott. And they'll get him down right around the 16. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. And he can't corral it. Maybe a big missed opportunity there defensively in the end zone. And now 3rd down. My man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it. Yeah, really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. And he motions the wide receiver. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And that is incomplete. So this is what happens when you throw interceptions. That confident veneer that you have gets chipped away a little bit. Maybe a little bit gun-shy throwing it around. Yeah, underthrowing him there, and you're right. Those interceptions may be in the back of his mind.
through. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or two shorter than an extra point, so no problems converting there.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. So out come the Chargers. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down. Give him 12 yards there. The Chargers have a first down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed, and he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams, fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down. The Chargers on third down, a pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Back to the ground, this time with Bell. And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
How about the fellas with the stars on the side of their helmets rising up on defense? We always hear about the Cowboys' rushing offense. Their rush defense is pretty good as well, I think, because they're so cohesive. Defensive line, linebackers really work well together.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense, and over the post.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. To throw is Prescott. Over the middle, the connection to Hearns. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. And they're 6 yards away from picking up the first here on 2nd down. Throwing, Prescott. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and this is recovered by the Chargers. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Second down following the run. Here's Rivers. And now nothing but green ahead of him. The 40. Past the 20. 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. And that score and the point after will knock this ball game up.
And when you're playing from behind, all you want to do is get back to even and, in a sense, start over again. That's exactly what they were able to accomplish.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. In motion right is Benjamin. They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. Again, it's Bell. So able to break through the initial contact and then down right near the 25. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. Rivers now. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Here's Drew Kaiser now, as he's on to punt for L.A. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And there's so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though. When we talk with people about what we think the most important quality for an NFL quarterback to possess, what do people usually say?
Arm strength, and he showed the arm strength there.
Yeah, pretty good bullet pass he threw, but he wasn't accurate, was he?
No.
Listen, you like mobility, but accuracy, first and foremost, is what a quarterback needs. He didn't possess it on that play.
Now Prescott, a hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. The Cowboys on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Prescott. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter, standing just outside his own goal line. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. Now Benjamin. A good return there, 17 yards. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Chargers getting set to go. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Bell. A nice little juke. Finding room inside the 40. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Le'Veon Bell, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Chargers are going to take the lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Trailing in the 4th, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
And a great spot to start this drive from here. They'll pitch it out to Bell. Able to slither by. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Second down, Rivers. Henry's got it out on the left side. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
The Chargers on 3rd down, as bad as you can be. 0 for 7 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try and run for it with Bell. Oh, no, he lost the football. And that will get out of bounds. Lucky there. They keep possession inside the 5.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Travis Benjamin, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. And the lead is up to 14. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points.
Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. second down throw for Prescott. Oh, Prescott stripped.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's going to air one out. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Jason Garrett might be wanting to reconsider the decision to go for it there. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. First and goal. Defense with their backs against the wall. Now Bell. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Rivers now on second down. This will be caught at about the 6. 5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's third and goal.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
And this offense on third down today, just one conversion and 8 tries. Not good. They're looking at a third and goal here. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. This to make it a 3-score game late. On fourth down, Jones. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. And the fake field goal works to perfection. You don't see it often, and they caught him by surprise.
And how about the guts to call it in that situation? Think you're going to get an easy 3. Instead, you turn it into 6.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
And a nice gain of 21 yards. Now the offense lining up first and 10. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Throw right side, complete to Williams. Touchdown, Cowboys! Terrence Williams, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys get a bit closer.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field. And that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control. And how about the end result? A touchdown.
The Chargers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. So 2nd and 9, the defense looking to put them in a bad spot here. Now Rivers. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Something to think about with these Chargers. They had 4 losses a season ago when leading with 3 minutes or less.
So you think that their fans right now, they're hopeful, but not necessarily expecting it to go their way.
Yeah, not counting their chickens just yet. To throw on 3rd down. Rivers. And he's got a man open. That's Allen. And he's brought down, but following a pretty juke move that gives him the 1st down. 18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first. And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. On the counter, here's Bell. Gets around him, and now running right through him. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. So the offense looking at a 2nd and 8. Throwing here, Rivers. A screen to Bell. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger 1st down. Bell is so good at that. He just catches so many passes near the line of scrimmage. In fact, the unique stat line for him last year, he had more yards after the catch than total receiving yards from the line of scrimmage on the season.
That doesn't even sound real, but when you analyze his game, you understand why a stat like that can occur. His ability to catch the ball, be elusive, and also strong enough to break tackles, that allows him to gain all that extra yardage.
The give is to Bell. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. A gain of 3, 2nd down. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
And there's a nice stop for the defense. They've had a tough time containing this guy all game long, but maybe they can build a little bit off of that play, a little bit of confidence, a little bit of momentum. Yeah, every now and then you can actually tackle that guy.
Open man, it's Allen. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the 1st down. A Charger 1st down, Rivers hooking up with Allen.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a 1st down for him, too.
A give to Bell. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. They'll go again with Bell. Oh, nice move. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Le'Veon Bell, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. And the lead will grow by 1 more. Start charges out now to kick this one off. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
First down, Prescott. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. And a long way to go for the offense here on second down. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been watching, huh?
Yeah, it has been quarterback and receiver dominated. One last shot now for Prescott. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 36. And that will write a finish to this ball game. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for our visitors, their playoff chances take an uptick as they move to 7-4. And they'll get a few extra days to savor this one before they take on the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, it's starting to look like it won't be their year as they drop to 5-6. And they'll be back home next week for a date with the Washington Redskins. So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say so long, everybody.